Okay, welcome back. 10-minute time limits are a pain, but here we go anyway. Like I said, once it's glued up, you'll have some glue up, squeeze out. Different guys are moving in different ways. Some use a paint scraper. I'm using a little Stanley 110 to just go over and remove the wood. Well, remove the glue, and you're removing wood at the same time. Remove the wood and the glue. It's okay, you'll have some lines that'll come out when you finish playing it later. Now that that's done, now you have to square up two sides. That way you'll be able to start taking measurements. Alright? First, just pick a side. It really doesn't matter, but try to pick the best side. This side, you see where the clamp dug in. So I'll make this my reference point, my reference side. And I'll just mark that. And then this edge seems to be a little nicer than the other one. I'll make that square. And I'm high in the middle. Just clamp this up right now. My low angle block plane, which is actually the best tool for working on end grain. It just really shears the fiber while I'll tear out. And just keep checking. Okay. Not too bad. So now I'll just level out. This is the number 62 low angle jack plane. Stainless, of course, since that's pretty much all I use. Other manufacturers of the 62, Lie-Nielsen, Veritas, well, Lee Valley. Veritas is just the name they give their tools. And what I'm going to do here is actually clamp it this way to the bench to give me more support. That way the tool doesn't rock on me. That's one of the things about having a bench with a tool well in it. You can clamp across the face. Once again, for end grain work, you want a low angle blade. Freaking out right now. It's like, oh my god, it's gonna blow out the edge. Oh yeah, I am. But this is actually oversized. It's gonna get ripped down anyhow. And this is my reference side, so the side that's gonna be ripped is gonna be the side that blows out. So I'm not really that worried about it. So it's all about planning ahead. Find what your steps are and what you're going to how you're going to do them, and just working accordingly. Perfect. Now that I got two sides square to each other, I can make all length and width cuts off of that. So let me put my clamps down. Okay, now I got the bench cleared off. I'm going to mark where I want the final cut to be, which is going to be 40 centimeters. I know that I'm square on two sides, And all I have to do is set my carpenter square up on my reference side. Mark. And then cut it down to proper length. Now, since this is a final cut, I'm going to a fine tooth saw. It'll just leave a nicer finish behind. There we go. Put this up here. One thing I like to do, I never take my cuts for granted. So I always like to make sure, even though it was marked square, if my cut got off, I just like to make sure. A little off, a little high on this side. And it's pretty much the same. Just take your block clean, bring down your high side. More. Okay, that's good. Now we mark for width, which in this case is going to be 35 centimeters. And that's why you square two sides, because you use your second square side as a reference. Mark. Now I'm a little past my mark, but that's because after I sew it, I'm going to join it to take off the saw marks. This is a rip saw, by the way. And I'm running out of time, so that's it for now. And there's a lot of backtracking, but next time I'll go over the joinery and I'll see you then.